Aloha and welcome to another episode of the Hawaii Vacation Connection. My name is Bruce Fisher. Thanks for tuning in. Got a great show for you for this Friday, January 28th, 2012. This is our 492nd podcast. Today we're going to tell you why airfares are not coming down for Hawaii. We're also going to answer a question from one of our Facebook friends. We'll also go over packages that have been booked in the last 24 to 48 hours. All straight ahead here on the Hawaii Vacation Connection. Which is always my mantra, right? I'm always talking about advanced bookings because I think that's the best way to save them. That's what I call Aloha Spirit. It's a world championship. It's 32 miles across the channel from Molokai to this part of Oahu on the east side. Welcome back to the program. Today we're going to talk a little bit about why airfares have not been coming down for Hawaii. You know, usually around this time of year, the middle of January, towards the end of January, we get kind of a belated Christmas present from the airlines, and that comes in the form of these air wars. But, you know, since United and Continental merged, there's just simply less airfare available. And to top it off, they're pushing people more towards Chicago, which is a major hub for United, and less through Texas, where Continental was their headquarters. So this is the basic reason. There's less flights, and they're holding out with higher prices and pushing them to these other major hubs. So we're not seeing it. We have not seen any airfare wars this year, and it is kind of disappointing. I mean, we're looking at very expensive airfares from all over the country. So if you're out there looking for those cheap airfares, it's not just you, it's everybody that is seeing this. That being said, we're seeing that Hawaiian Airlines has been pretty good. They've tried to bring some airfares down. We've seen a great special going on last week, and it's on our website. If you book before January 31st, you can see flights as low as $330 from Oakland. But those are going to be the West Coast hubs. It's not really going to help folks on the East Coast, but it is a little bit of relief. And of course, we're monitoring this on a daily basis, and if we see those airfares come down and we see any specials, we're going to let you know immediately, and we're going to make that available on our website at hawaii-aloha.com. So keep close contact with us, and when something happens, we're going to let you know. And if we do see an airfare war, we're going to start booking like crazy. But for now, the best thing to do is to plan in advance. Give us a call. We'll find some bulk airfares, get the thing booked for you, and then kind of keep an eye on it and see what happens as time goes on. So, like I mentioned, you know, you can get those cheap airfares if you're from the West Coast cities, even Phoenix. We're seeing some great airfares from Hawaiian. Get in touch with us. And also, Hawaiian announced last week that they're starting a reciprocal code share agreement between Hawaiian Airlines and JetBlue. And that means that you can now book between the two airlines pretty seamlessly, and also you can collect airfare points as well, mileage. So that's a good news, and it's going to make it easier for you to book JetBlue through those two airlines coming from locations that cover it. Another interesting thing that happened this week is we found out that remember the Hawaii Super Ferry? You remember that. Some of you remember that. This was a super ferry that was going to take people between the islands. It was like a commuter ferry, so that people wouldn't have to fly between the islands. They had two of these ferries built. One never made it. One was here for a little while, and then it just didn't work out for a variety of reasons. But here's the ironic twist to this. We found out this week that the Navy has actually bought those ferries and turned them into military vessels, and they're actually going to be headed back to Hawaii. Can you believe this? They'll be in Hawaii, stationed here. They're not going to be used for commuter trips between the islands, but ironically, they're going to be stationed here, and they're going to retool them, and be bringing military vehicles all over the world and military equipment all over the world from Hawaii. So isn't that interesting? And what a twist of fate that they're going to be back here, but back here for all the wrong reasons. Also, we found out this week that Disney looks like they're not going to be bringing a ship here to the islands in 2013. We're not 100% sure on this, but when you look at the 2013 schedule, you don't see the Disney cruise, that 15-day cruise by Disney to Hawaii. And this, I think, is probably a residual effect of a lot of competition coming into the marketplace also. A lot more ships coming in here doing that, and it doesn't look like Disney is going to want to do it. That's kind of weird because, you know, they had the Disney Aulani, and it was kind of a nice You know what? I don't think the microphone is on. Oh. So that's kind of an interesting twist, isn't it? That Disney won't be coming here with their ships, it looks like, in 2013. So there's some Hawaii vacation news to bring you up to date with there. Let's answer a question that came in from one of our users, one of our Facebook friends. Monica says she's coming here to the islands and she wants to know which island is best for her kids and her. She has an 11 and 13-year-old. She wants some advice on which island has the best activities for kids in that age category. And whenever we hear that, I normally, all the islands, of course, have wonderful activities for kids in that age group. But I always recommend usually Oahu for activities for kids in this age category, because there's just so much to do. There's just a variety of things to do. Chances are you'll be staying in Waikiki, and there's lots to do right there, from learning how to surf. You can go on a catamaran. There's the zoo. There's the aquarium. There's the beautiful park there. So it's really a great place to do it. And there's just tons of activities. I mean, you could go up to the Kualoa Ranch, which I highly recommend. Maybe spend a half a day or full day up there. You can do everything up there, from ocean voyaging to horseback riding. There's ATVing up there. There's jungle expeditions that you can take. So it's just a great place to go, Kualoa Ranch. And I think that Oahu is probably the best thing for you if you're going to be coming here to Hawaii and you're going to be staying on Oahu and you want something for kids and you want a nice variety. So hopefully that helps you out, Monica. If you have a question, please get it to me at bruce@hawaii-aloha.com. We'd love to hear from you, answer your question, also give you some advice. You can also check out our website, and you'll find our blog, our podcast, all of our videos there at hawaii-aloha.com. Get involved with us. I'd love to hear from you. Speaking of packages, let's go over a couple of packages that have been booked in the last 24 to 48 hours. This will kind of give you an idea of some of the prices that are available for trips coming to Hawaii. We'll start off with this first package. It's for 2 people. They're coming here July 19th to the 27th, Phoenix to Maui, and also to Honolulu. So it's a 2-island trip. On Oahu, they're going to be staying at the Outrigger Waikiki on the beach. They got an ocean view room with breakfast for 2. And over on Maui, they're going to be staying at the McKenna Beach and Golf Course, also with breakfast for 2. Great package here, only $47.79 advance booking. This is the kind of savings you can get coming all the way from Phoenix. Congratulations to the Sanfords. They're going to be coming here in July. Welcome to our Ohana, and we'll also thank Melissa. She's over at Extension 33. She's the agent that booked that one. Well, that's going to wrap it up. That's all the time we have for you for this edition of the Hawaii Vacation Connection. For my beautiful wife, Elaine, for all of us here at Hawaii Aloha Travel, we'll say aloha and mahalo.